Hey YouTube, Rando here. Today we're going to make some Cinnabon style cinnamon rolls, and for the rolls you're going to need half a cup warm water, 2 packs of dry yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, half a cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, a tablespoon of salt, 6 cups of flour, and a 3.5 ounce pack of vanilla pudding. So we got the pudding over here thickening, bringing it to a boil. And while that's happening, we're going to go ahead and mix.
Good now.
Go. We're going to mix the sugar, the yeast, and it's only half a cup. The half a cup of warm water. So after we get this done, we're going to pour the pudding mix into this bowl, and we're going to add butter, the eggs, and the yeast water. This water wasn't too warm.
It was hot when I got it in here. Alright, so we'll come back when we're to that point. Okay, so we have our pudding mix in the bowl. Now we're going to add our butter. And we don't have any eggs, so we're going to substitute that with some milk. It works. And then we're going to add our yeast mix. And we're going to get that mixed up, and then we're going to start slowly adding in the flour. To form a nice dough ball. And this is just all-purpose white flour. Works a lot better in a mixer with a bread on. Alright, we're going to get this done and we'll come back. Okay.
So this is about the consistency you want. A nice bread dough. And really you should take this and put it into a greased bowl to let it rise. And you're just going to want it to double in size. So in this bowl, it'll be about right here. Not quite as high as what my bread gets, but it'll double in size, and then you're going to punch that down and let it rise again. So we'll come back when we punch it down. So here it is, about doubled in size. We're just going to give it a quick punch, kind of let that settle down a little bit. Some of the air out of it a little bit, and we're going to let that rise again just a little bit. It won't take long this time, about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes. Last time First rise took about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. So when we get ready to roll this out, we'll be back.
Okay, good.
Alright, so we have this, we let it rise for about another 10-15 minutes. And now we're just working the dough with some flour on a floured surface. This dough was a little bit wet, so we're using a little bit more flour than usual. And we're just gonna roll this out after we get it worked, and I'm gonna do it by hand. I don't actually have a roller. I usually use a glass whenever I make pizza, but I'm just gonna roll it out as good as I can by hand. Smash it out, I guess. And you want it about, I don't know, 13 inches by 20, 23 inches, something like that. You want it kind of thin. You want to make sure underneath is floured really well. Kind of like you're making a pizza crust almost. Okay, once we get this out, I'll show you the filling, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have a greased pan here, and we're going to cut our roll, our loaf, about every 2 to 3 inches. You're going to want to spread these out a little bit because they're going to have to rise again on the pan. A little bit too close. And if you want these to look pretty, you would have just made your rolls, made 2 separate rolls, made them smaller. And they'd have cut easier. And then you could have put them on their ends like they're supposed to go, and it would look like a cinnamon roll. But we don't really care, as long as it tastes good. You ain't got another little pan?
Maybe.
Like even a loaf pan or something, it don't matter. So there you have it, and you're going to bake these, like I said, you'll let them rise again. They should double in size, but probably not, because we've done let them rise twice, but you are going to want to let them rise for a few minutes, at least while your oven is preheating. And you can see the nice thick cinnamon syrup kind of coming out on the sides on some of them. And let's see, you'll bake them on 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to make the cream cheese frosting for drizzling on top of them. Okay, so while that's rising and getting ready to bake, we're going to go ahead and make the cream cheese frosting. 8 ounces of cream cheese soft, ½ ounce of butter, or ½ cup of butter soft, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 cups of confectioner's sugar. Sorry, I forgot to mention there's also 1 tablespoon of milk as well, and you're just going to get this all mixed up. So once we get it mixed up, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, sorry about jumping back and forth on this YouTube, but I don't see why I should film me stirring for 5 minutes. You don't want to see that. So this is about the consistency you want right here. Kind of like maybe a yogurt or something. Until it's not too thick, you can spoon it over them, and The heat of the roll should melt it a little bit more as well.
Yeah.
So once we get them rolls out, we'll get them frosted up and we'll show you what they look like. Okay, so you can see here they about doubled in size. You know, they're touching now. And you can see the nice rolls in there. See, if you was wanting to make it pretty, you could have just cut that thing in half and rolled up 2 rolls and cut them so they were about that big around instead of that big around, and then you just place them like this instead to where the rings are on the outside. It'll come up like a cinnamon roll instead of these pastry looking things. And there it is with the frosting groove over it. And they are good. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Okay, so it looks like I lost a piece of the video during the editing process, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, the filling part, once you get your dough smashed out like it's shown in the video, you have it all ready. You're going to want to take another half a cup of melted butter and drizzle it on there. You know, just kind of make a spiral out of it, make sure it's nice and even everywhere, and then take 2 cups of brown sugar and a tablespoon of cinnamon, or round about a tablespoon of cinnamon, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on your taste. Mix that in with the brown sugar, and then sprinkle the brown sugar evenly over the dough, and then you're just going to start rolling it up. And that's why you want to make sure your surface is floured really well, and then you just form a loaf. Now, the loaf I made was really big. You could easily roll it this way, long ways, and it'll be longer, but it'll be skinnier. So you can do that, or you can cut it in half, whatever you want to do. Alright, thanks for watching.